Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Bigfoot Weekly. Today is Wednesday, July 17th, 2013. I want to start out with a couple comments. I want to say thanks for all who posted last week. Last week's video, the comment section was pretty full, and there were a couple of really lively debates that were fun to follow. I just want to caution, everyone has their own opinion, and I think everyone's opinion should be respected. That's just my personal philosophy, and it's okay to go back and forth. But I don't think it's right to when it starts getting personal. That's when it really goes over the top. So I just want to caution you, just be careful that it doesn't get personal. The other thing I want to mention too is with regard to Mike Patterson of Sasquatch, Ontario, we did exchange a couple messages in the comment section of the last video. And he was, kind of defensive, and rightfully so. I mean, every time he turns around, somebody's really knocking him hard over his work. So it's not hard to understand why he's frustrated. But I think that exchange ended well. I mean, I think we came to an understanding. He knows I don't believe 100% in what he's doing, or not what he's doing, in what he's presented. Right? I didn't buy 100% of everything that was going on there, and that's okay. I'm not an expert on Bigfoot. There are no experts, right? So we all have our own thoughts, ideas, and opinions, and that's okay. We don't know yet what these creatures' habits are, what its capabilities are, and so you just got to keep an open mind and be open to just about anything. But anyway, it is what it is. It's okay to share opinions, things like that. Everybody has an opinion, and hopefully sooner than later, one of these researchers will break this thing wide open and make a discovery that we'll all learn from. It'll finally put an end to a lot of the ideas that Bigfoot is not real, that on and on. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more time. I want to say thanks for watching again, and let's get this started. Thanks. All right, TV Survivorman to chase Bigfoot with Calgary Believer. What this is an article that was posted July 10th. And it talks about Les Stroud, who was Survivorman, and Todd Standing, who's a Bigfoot researcher. They're teaming up together on a television show, and I thought Todd Standing's work was well done, well presented. He's not always posting, always finding. I just like the way he went about his research. And of course, Les Stroud in Survivorman, I thought he was great. During the time that Survivorman was most popular, he kind of went against the show Bear Grylls. I can't remember the name of Bear Grylls' show. But Les Stroud wasn't jumping off of cliffs and drinking his own pee and squeezing water out of an elephant turd. He was kind of sticking to the very basics of survival that was real practical. So that's kind of why I preferred his show over Bear Grylls. But Bear Grylls' show was good too, not taking anything away from him. Let's see where this is going to air. On the Science Channel, they approved a 2-part series called Survivorman Stalking Sasquatch, and it plans to air in early 2014. So this is good stuff. I got kind of excited about this because I think it's going to be a really good show. At least I hope it's well done, but I can't imagine it wouldn't. So get ready for that, and I'll help track that as well as we get into the latter part of the year and into 2014. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for that. All right, moving on. Eric Cartman, Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, did a spoof on Finding Bigfoot cast, and the way that Bobo is portrayed is absolutely hilarious. I found this really funny. It just made me laugh, and it's only had less than 100 views, so it hasn't been there haven't been a ton of views, and this went out last Wednesday, so I hope you enjoy that. I did. I thought it was really funny. Alright, I'll leave the link to that. Bigfoot Chasers, also on the comedic side of things. These two guys, short clips, funny about Bigfoot, and their adventures hunting for Bigfoot. You know, the segments are only 2 minutes long or so, and some are funny, some are just silly, but it's good stuff. I thought it was really well done, so check them out. I'll leave the link for that below as well. And then moving on, I found this interesting. This is a picture that a woman took while oh, I just passed the let me go back. It tells us exactly where she was, if I can get back there and find it. She was out with her dog, and I'm trying to get to where, okay, Teapot Hill hiking trail near Cultus Lake Provincial Park in the Fraser Valley. Nearest would be toward Chilliwack, British Columbia. There we go. There's a map. She saw what she thinks is probably a Sasquatch on the trail up ahead, and her dog started barking at it, and she actually had the wherewithal to pull out her camera and snap off a picture. And I think she also said she threw a rock, and then it turned around and left. Yeah, that's what this says here. So check it out. The only thing is that this photo is pretty blurry. I was kind of hoping that Phil of Para Breakdown could do something with this and maybe shed a little light on this. I had a cousin named Michael Ray that was homeless for years, and that's kind of what he looked like when he stopped by the house sometimes. Is just like a disheveled dude, man. So it's hard to say if that was a big tall homeless guy standing on a rock or if it was a Bigfoot, but check it out and you know, decide for yourself if you think that's anything. It's interesting though. So I'll post a link to that as well. Moving on then, Squatch Unlimited. I saw their show for the first time, actually their podcast for the first time last week, and I actually enjoyed it. I liked watching it, and I liked the comments that were made. But they have this show called Real or Not Real. The lady on the left, I think her name is Melissa, and then I think this is her husband Rob. And this site used to be formerly Bigfoot Chicks, which I don't really know anything about. I guess it was a group of women that were out hunting for Bigfoot or Sasquatch. But anyway, the show's based around, you know, photos or video or other kinds of evidence that they kind of look at on their own, and then when they get together on the show, they each kind of give their view and opinion about the evidence they're looking at, and then at the end they take a vote as to whether or not they think it's real or not real. And half the time, you know, it's funny. It was really well done, and I actually enjoyed it. I think you would too. It was fun to watch, and not only that, but Melissa has an infectious smile. Anyway, all right, thanks for watching again. I appreciate that. Love the comments and the idea. Some of the thought-provoking ideas are just great. Love to read those. Appreciate those who have been with me from the start. You know who you are. And we'll talk again next week. Thanks very much.